My paws are freezing.
Do cats' paws get cold in the winter when they walk on snow? While our luxurious feline friends who venture outside barefoot, they're famously effective at keeping their core warm in chilly weather, what about their paws? They seem so exposed. It's a natural and important question for any caring owner. Do their little paws freeze when they tread across the frosty, snow-covered ground? The short, crucial answer is yes, a cat's paws can get cold, and they are susceptible to frostbite and injury, particularly during prolonged contact with freezing snow, ice, or hazardous urban chemicals. However, evolution has equipped them with a fascinating array of natural defenses. Understanding both these protections and the very real risks is key to ensuring our cat's safety during the winter months. The ingenious defenses nature provided. Contrary to how it may appear to us, a cat's paw is not a simple, unprotected structure. It's a marvel of biological engineering adapted for stealth, sensitivity, and, to a degree, thermoregulation. The fur boots. First, look closely. Many cats, especially long-haired breeds and seasoned outdoor adventurers, have dense tufts of fur growing between their digital and metacarpal pads. This isn't just for cuteness, it acts as built-in insulation. This fur minimizes direct skin contact with the frozen ground, traps a thin layer of warmer air, and helps prevent snow from compacting between the toes. It's nature's own snowshoe and thermal sock combo. A counter-current heating system. This is the pièce de résistance of feline paw physiology. The arteries carrying warm blood from the heart toward the paws run very close to the veins returning chilled blood to the body. In a process called counter-current heat exchange, the warm arterial blood preheats the cold venous blood before it reaches the core. This ingenious system allows cats to maintain essential core body temperature while permitting their paws to cool to a temperature closer to that of their environment, a necessary trade-off for preventing heat loss. Furthermore, they can constrict blood vessels in the extremities to reduce flow when needed.
Behavioral intelligence. Cats are not foolish. Feral and street-smart cats exhibit remarkable behavioral adaptations in winter. They significantly reduce their activity, preferring to hunt and patrol during the slightly warmer daylight hours. Their travel routes meticulously follow dry paths, fallen logs, fence tops, or any surface that keeps them off the deep, cold snow. They seek out sheltered nooks, often sharing warmth in colonies, and spend much more time curled up to conserve energy. Why paws remain vulnerable? The limits of natural defenses. Despite these impressive adaptations, a cat's paws are not impervious. They are, after all, made of living tissue, nerves, and skin. Several factors can overwhelm their natural defenses. The physics of cold contact. The temperature of snow and ice is almost always below the freezing point of water. While paw pads are tough and keratinized, they are still rich in nerve endings that sense cold. Prolonged exposure draws heat away faster than the body can replenish it. The menace of moisture. A subtle but significant danger is melting. A cat's body heat can cause the top layer of snow to melt on contact, creating a thin film of moisture on the pad. As this moisture evaporates, it draws even more heat away from the skin through evaporative cooling, accelerating heat loss and the risk of frostbite. The greatest urban danger, chemical de-icers. This is arguably the most severe winter threat to city and suburban cats. Salts and chemical ice melts, calcium chloride, magnesium chloride, are highly corrosive. They cause painful chemical burns, leading to dry, cracked, and bleeding pads. Even worse, when the cat grooms itself afterwards, it ingests these toxic substances, which can lead to potentially fatal poisoning and internal burns. The domesticity factor.
The modern cat, particularly designer breeds like Sphinxes, Devon Rexes, or even non-cold adapted shorthairs, often lacks the robust protective fur and behavioral hardiness of their outdoor counterparts. Their paws are more sensitive, and their tolerance for cold is significantly lower. Recognizing the signs of cold stress and injury. A vigilant owner must know the warning signs that a cat's paws are too cold or injured. Discomfort and gait changes, lifting paws alternately, shaking them, limping, or an outright refusal to walk on the snow. Vocalization, whining, plaintive meowing, or other distress calls during or after the walk. Seeking refuge, immediately trying to climb onto you, hiding, or desperately asking to go back inside. Excessive grooming, prolonged and focused licking of the paws after coming indoors is a clear sign of irritation, pain, or an attempt to remove a chemical irritant. Signs of frostbite, a veterinary emergency. Initially, the pads may appear pale, gray, or bluish-white and feel very cold and hard. As they thaw, they can become red, swollen, extremely painful, and may blister or peel. Frostbite requires immediate veterinary attention. The Responsible Owner's Winter Paw Care Guide. Our role is to augment our cat's natural defenses with common sense and proactive care. Limit exposure judiciously. For casual walks with a leash-trained cat, 10 to 15 minutes is a safe maximum in dry cold down to -10 degrees Celsius or 14 degrees Fahrenheit, assuming no bitter wind chill. Below that, or in wet conditions, skip the walk entirely. Indoor play is far safer. Choose routes wisely. Avoid sidewalks and roads treated with de-icers. Opt for pristine snow in parks or your own backyard. Even a dusting of new snow over treated pavement is risky.
Create a post-walk ritual. Wash and inspect. This is non-negotiable in urban areas. Upon returning, gently wash your cat's paws of lukewarm water to melt any ice balls and, crucially, rinse off all chemical residues. Dry them thoroughly with a soft towel. Then take a moment to inspect the pads for cracks, redness, or any foreign objects. Consider protective gear. Protective balms or waxes, products like Musher's Wax create a semi-protective, breathable barrier on the pad. They help moisturize, prevent cracking, and offer some protection from salt and cold. Reapply as needed. Cat booties, these provide the best physical barrier against all elements. The critical caveat is acclimatization. The boots must be introduced gradually, positively, and indoors weeks before their intended use. A cat stressed by wearing boots negates any benefit. For community and feral cats, if you care for outdoor cats, ensure they have access to an insulated, dry shelter raised off the ground, with straw, not hay or blankets which retain moisture, for bedding. Provide fresh, unfrozen water daily, as eating snow is an inadequate and energy-draining way to hydrate. In conclusion, a cat's paws are not made of steel. They are complex, sensitive structures equipped with clever but finite defenses against the cold. Their ultimate protection lies in their own instinctive caution, magnified by the informed care and common sense of a responsible owner. A brief winter stroll should be a supervised and carefully managed treat. When in doubt, err on the side of warmth and safety. The coziest and healthiest winter adventure for your feline companion is often a playful one shared together on the safe side of a frosty window pane.